objective is to brainwash the people into accepting the phony peace bait to transform the United States into an enslaved unit of the United Nations One World Government. This satanic plot was launched back in the 1760s when it first came into existence under the name of the Illuminati. After the Illuminati was exposed and became too notorious, Weishaupt and his co-conspirators began to operate under various other names. This CFR is actually the Illuminati in the United States. The most vital directive in Weishaupt's plan was to obtain absolute control of the press, at that time the only mass communications media, to distribute information to the public so that all news and information could be slanted so that the masses could be convinced that a one-world government is the only solution.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
You guys, check this out. I'm not gonna say I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm everything in my reality anyway. But did he just say he's about to kill half of the world? Listen to this.
Let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra. But let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion.
Okay.
Now, we do a really great job
of what?
On new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services. We could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Lower what?
There we see an increase of about 1.3.
Wow. So he just say, with the vaccine and all that, you gotta kill half of the people. Man, come on, wake up, y'all.
Do you want to see my account get banned? This should do it. Exposing Hollywood didn't do it, but this will. How much do you like bacon? Do you know how smart pigs are? They're smarter than dogs. Who doesn't have a dog at this point? Dogs love, okay? Dogs are fucking smart. Pigs are smarter. And we eat them. We get our baconator, do you know what pigs taste like? Humans. That's not a joke. They do. Pigs were made to keep us from eating each other. Isn't that fucked? Yes, Lisa, a magical animal. They were made to keep us from eating each other. We can use their organs. That's how close their anatomy is. What other animal has skin like a pig? Us.
I don't know why. I don't know why I can talk. Maybe it's because I have some type of amnesty. Or maybe it's because somebody extremely, extremely close to me is a Mason. And I'm protected in that sense. I don't know. But if they wanted to do something with me, I wouldn't have even gotten this far to telling y'all about cloning. So to the people telling me, Bob, I fear for your life, y'all don't worry. I'm in good hands. Just continue spreading the word.
All right, I'm going to push play, but there's another scene where you're going to want to watch right there. Not on this engine, but it's going to switch to another engine. Now watch this. This is on the SpaceX 19th resupply launch to the International Space Station, okay? Push play.
Trajectory.
All right, you ready?
Again, we use that term nominal. That essentially just means that we're within the expected and appropriate range where we should be. So
what the fuck was that? Can someone explain that?
Quantum immortality. Have you heard of it? I'm not.
We've probably died before, and our consciousness transfers to a different dimension. We'll be dead in that dimension where people will know us as, we're deceased, living on in a different
Real quick.
a different sliver.
If the universe is infinite, how can you say we're the only one?
The universe is infinite, that's what I'm saying. You have different realities, different dimensions, there's fucking...
So you believe that there's like millions of you?
That's what I'm saying. That's the quantum immortality. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
You're saying
So
energy cannot be created. Energy can only be transferred or changed from one form to another.
Exactly.
Angelina Jolie, Lady Gaga, CBS, Jay-Z. Unbelievable. What's the chances of Chancellor Myrtle doing that every time? That's bloody ludicrous. It's not even a natural thing to do. And then you look, I mean, this is unbelievable, this. Animated bloody cartoons and stuff. This pyramid and all-seeing eyes freaking everywhere. I'm not going to go through them all because, of time, but every one of the shots that you're going to see has got that in it. Look at them. All over the bloody place. And this is feeding something into the subconscious of those who watch, overwhelmingly kids. The programming starts subconsciously from the earliest age. Like the Olympics in 2012, the one-eyed man. The eye. Here you had the Monsters, Inc. The central character had a single eye, and the monsters were feeding off the energy of children. It was their sustenance. And then you have this is unbelievable again, the number of personalities who get photographed covering one freaking eye up in some form. I mean, look at it. And there's hundreds more. And most of them won't know. Another great symbol of this archontic network in all its forms is the flame.
If you've seen these beings in a dream, consider yourself to be very special. Today we are going to be talking about the blue avians. The blue avians live between the 6th and 9th dimensions. Ra, the Egyptian god of the sun, is often associated as one of these beings. They are mostly in a non-physical form, but when they do decide to take a physical density, they are a blue, bird-like humanoid. They carry a message of peace and hope for humanity, and it is believed that they've been visiting Earth for millennia to help with the spiritual development of humankind. They urge mankind to raise their vibration by being of service to one another. Their message to us is to be of service to one another, focus on love and forgiveness, and to change humanity one person at a time, starting with yourself. They communicate with humans through dreams, but only those who are open and want it.
Did you know that it only took 3 days to build the Great Pyramid, and it was built from the top down? I know this sounds crazy, but let me take you 14,000 years back, just around the fall of Atlantis. Due to the precession of the equinoxes, Earth was falling into a Kali Yuga, or Dark Age. The Ascended Masters knew that humanity would pass through an electromagnetic null zone called the Void. Since we didn't have any functioning Merkabas at the time, our level of consciousness would collapse and humanity would have to start from scratch. 3 ascended beings by the name of Thoth, Ra, and Ararat came up with a plan. They had to act fast because they knew that if humanity didn't reach this certain state of consciousness in less than 13,000 years, we would all die out. Consciousness of every species is stored in electromagnetic grids that surround Earth. Our goal is to transition to the Unity Grid. So Thoth, Ra, and Ararat decided to use a method called geomancy to artificially recreate the Unity Grid around Earth. We knew that this location in Egypt was to be the prime meridian of the new grid. Thoth explained in the Emerald Tablets that he built the pyramid on the higher dimensions and from the top down. When the Egyptian government checked this out, they found out that the oldest bricks were on the top and the youngest on the bottom. They also designed 83,000 sacred structures that would be built by humans over the course of 13,000 years. It gets a lot deeper, so stay tuned.
You ever heard of dicyanin dye? Well then listen up. So dicyanin dye is something that was used quite a bit before 1940, and in 1940 they made it illegal. Why would they make it illegal? Oh, it must be explosive or get you super high or be toxic and kill people or something. Actually, none of that. It's illegal because if you put a little bit between 2 panes of glass and look through it, you can fucking see people's auras straight up. They made it legal to buy again for a hot second in 2010. So this government chemist tried to get some from this chemical company. Turns out they wouldn't let him buy it. They would let him buy LSD, heroin, or cocaine though. No risk there, nothing dangerous. And dicyanin dye is still illegal to buy or sell. You know, there's an effect on here that kind of appears like you're seeing people's auras too. So what's the big deal with this chemical? Well, some of the people say it actually allows you to look into the astral realm, like see different dimensions. Anybody got a plug on some of this? I'm super curious.
Alexa, is the devil here already?
Yes, the devil or Antichrist was born on June 16, 1993. He currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia.
So this is the map, right? Now the Arctic Circle, as you can see, is an Arctic Circle, the ice wall that we all be talking. It's definitely real. All those countries in there, hello, right there, are all the countries that are on the so-called Earth, correct? No, it's a lie. The Earth is different realms, and it has different dimensions. Our dome realm that we're under, that's a dimension. Now, when we break out of that, we go into the different dimensions, which is where our ancestors are. And they're outside in the big one as well. So this whole time, we thinking they blasted off to space. No, they really blasted off to these islands on the outside, and they've been there ever since. Just like they always go to Mars, and they show Mars, and Mars always looks like Earth somehow. Making makes sense, y'all. All the planets in the solar system are really these continents. Believe it or not. You can go do your research. You can look up beyond the ice wall, and you will find this map everywhere. My brother broke it down on his Instagram live, but that's too much for me to break down. So if y'all want that tea, DM me. Okay?